Okay, in our new podcast episode, Denim and Leather podcast, we have Alexandra Lioness from Jenner, guitar player. Thank you for coming, Alexandra.
Hello, thank you for inviting me. I'm so delightful to be a guest tonight.
Thank you very much because we know each other since 2017. I thought it was 18, you told me 17, so we met each other in person when I saw your band Jenner. You were awesome that night when I saw you, and I hope to see you again in the near future. When did you start learning and playing music?
Thank you. At first, it was a great show in Skopje. Yeah, we hope to see you again. Well, I started playing guitar for about more than 10 years ago. I have a strange feeling in my stomach when I say more than 10 years, but yeah, it's been a while. Well, it was around 2011 when I started to play bass guitar. I always liked music and pop in the beginning, then rock and metal. But I was always an outsider in my school. My friends all listen to folk music or something that. And
Turbo folk.
Yeah, turbo folk is the most popular here.
Yeah.
And listening to pop, rock, and metal music always made us outsiders in school and later in life. Before we met our friends who also like rock and metal music. So yes, I started playing at the age of 14, 15.
Teenager,
if I remember right. I don't know how it started. It all came so spontaneously.
Yeah.
My mother was a metalhead when she was young. So during our growing up, we used to listen a lot of rock and metal music from the CDs that our mother played while she was cleaning, cooking, everything around the house.
Awesome.
And somehow it just stuck there. We were continuously listening to that, and we liked that. And at one period, I started to hear the bass lines, which were awesome to me. And my sister wanted to play drums because she was so I don't know. She was crazy about the sound of drums.
Yeah.
And at that time, our parents couldn't afford us instruments, so she used to practice with chairs and pillows all around the room. And I made myself an improved bass guitar. I always say that because it's a very, it's so, I don't know how to say. You can see a track.
So first you started playing bass and then you switched to guitar.
Yeah, I started playing bass, and since I didn't have my own bass, I made myself one from a racket, badminton racket.
Oh, yeah.
You know that it has a larger part and the thin handle. Yeah. I used that handle to wrap the pencils and crayons around the thin handle to make a neck of the guitar.
Yeah.
And then I put, I think, toothpicks or something to make
the field.
Yeah, to make fields and to make it look like a real neck of the bass.
Yeah.
And I made about 5 frets and started to learn. I didn't hear a sound, but I started to practice with my left hand.
Yeah.
I remember one of the first songs that I practiced in bass guitar was the intro of Living in the Prayer.
Oh, yeah, dum 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 dum.
Yeah. I used to play that, and from the very beginning, I used Guitar Pro. Since I didn't have lessons needed for bass and guitar, I used to learn everything by myself. I'm completely self-taught bass player and guitar player.
And so that means that you have a good ear, great listening, yeah?
Yeah. I used to learn a lot of new songs with Guitar Pro, with tabs. I learned the music theory with Guitar Pro, and that helped me a lot. And I'm also proud to be a Guitar Pro partner from
Oh,
this
awesome.
year.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Incredible.
little me would be proud, I think.
Great.
Yeah, and we had our first band in which I played bass guitar, but that wasn't very
How,
successful.
how was that band called?
That band was called Cat o' Nine Tails.
Ha.
I formed it together with my sister, but she was the leader. I was,
Your sister Maria is a drummer. So
yeah,
you girls did that first band, but after that you went more professional into genre.
absolutely.
You created genre, right?
Yeah, in the first band, she was mainly the leader, and that band was mostly glam metal and hard rock. We used to play covers of our favorite glam metal bands.
But also genre, right?
No,
Ah,
yes, later, because we couldn't find right guitarists for our band. We had two female guitarists who didn't want to practice. Then we switched to a male guitarist who was awesome, but somehow that band wasn't successful. We were
okay.
all too young without any experience, and I decided I want to play some heavier music, and maybe in the meantime I started to play a little bit of guitar, and decided to switch completely on the guitar because there was an opportunity to buy a guitar in a very cheap price. I wanted to buy that guitar for our bandmate, but my mom, again, my mom, thank you, mom, she said, why don't you buy it for yourself and then borrow it to her? Yeah, why not? Okay. So that's how I bought my first guitar, and I started playing every day. I fell in love with the guitar. I never had my own bass guitar. I bought the first bass in 2018, I think. Before that, I used to borrow bass guitars from the studio or from our friends and practiced on that improvised bass guitar. But when I bought my first guitar, that is the crucial moment when I started to take music more seriously, start composing my own stuff,
Yeah.
start playing some solos and other stuff.
So it's then when you formed genre, when you started playing guitar.
Yeah, when I formed genre, I played the guitar for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Also, we at the beginning of genre, we played the covers of heavy metal bands like Judas Priest, Warlock, Wasp. And then we started to play some heavier stuff like Anthrax, Megadeth, Testament. I can't remember. Overkill.
Awesome. So you switched a little bit from glam heavy into thrash. That's
Yeah.
very interesting because I know Maria. I met Maria, your sister, also in Greece. I don't know if she told you, but
Yeah, she told
yeah,
me.
we met there, and she's always still into glam metal. I mean,
Yeah.
glam and thrash, playing thrash.
But I think she told me glam metal and hard rock is her main music, her favorite music to listen to.
Yeah.
But she likes to play thrash metal and heavy metal.
Yeah, because
I guess it's more interesting for her to play. And
it's more needed. You know, it's more speed. It's more everything.
and we also play mainly our own songs,
Yeah.
not too much covers anymore.
Yeah.
And I guess it's more interesting that way.
Yeah, I remember one. You recently posted a video of your solo when you were only playing 1 year or year and a half guitar. It was
Yeah.
incredible. You learned a lot in 1 year. You know, it was. I think
Yeah, that was-
some people in the comments were not believing that you played 1 year. You know.
Yeah, that was solo for Holy Diver.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite solos of all time. And at that period, I wanted to learn it, but I simply couldn't learn it the proper way. I improvised a lot. I practiced a lot in the first few years, but the first year was the craziest. I practiced a lot, so I didn't want to play only easy stuff. I wanted to challenge myself. So I say, okay, why not? We should play Holy Diver, but I want to challenge myself and try to learn it the way it actually is played. But I couldn't, as you can see here on that video. It really reminds of the original, but it's a little bit amateurish.
But it's good. I mean, for a year of playing, it's very good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I'm very proud of myself.
You did tour with Jenner and released an album back before the pandemic, and with another lineup. So you switched the lineups through the pandemic, maybe, or you know. So the first album, the first deal was with Inferno Records, I think, right?
Yeah.
You got a deal pretty early in your career, you know, and it was a great album. But why the pauses? Why the changes? You know, why that happened?
Yeah, it's a crazy story also. Well, when I started the band, I had a vision to play my favorite songs, and when we started to play, to compose and play our own songs, I wanted to have a physical format of my own music.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe in 50 years I can show it to my grandchildren or something like that.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking at the moment, because the music and guitar was always, I made myself think that it's just a hobby, but it's more than a hobby. It's really one of the biggest passions in my life.
Passion,
and I found out that not too late, because it's never too late, but maybe if I had think about it the way I think about it now, maybe I should do something different in my music career.
Yeah.
So you said Jenner was touring. Well, Jenner never had a real tour, nor the weekend tour. We only played occasional festivals.
Oh, here and there, okay.
Yeah, we usually played in Serbia on some festivals and the region, so the Balkans, Skopje, Sofia. Yeah. In that period, I really can't remember where we played, but there was never a tour, which is sad. But as I said, since that was a hobby for all of us, we all had our jobs, our families, our responsibilities. I enrolled in Faculty of Medicine in 2015, and everything else happened after that.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the college, so no tour for us. But we enjoy playing festivals. Later, when we released the CD, some things began to happen when our bassist decided to leave the band. She moved out to Czech Republic to finish some studies.
Oh, it was Mina? No.
Yeah,
Mina. Okay.
She left a few months after we released our first album, To Live Is to Suffer. And I believe that was the beginning of losing the enthusiasm of our singer, Angelina.
Okay.
Yeah, in that period we all didn't know what will happen after that.
How will you go?
I didn't know what will happen with my band because I was studying. Medicine is hard. Maria was working. Later she became pregnant. Yeah. And everything was so messed up, and I didn't really know what to do.
So a few years had to pass for you to get an EP or an album.
Yeah. So 2017 we released our first album.
Yeah.
And we played occasional gigs during 2017 and 2018 with our new bassist. But Maria began pregnant. Later, after Maria, Nevena became pregnant, and Angelina loses the interest in the band. So we decided it's the best for her to leave. She was like, "Oh, I couldn't say I want to leave the band because I love you so much."
But you're still friends, of course.
Yeah, I'm friends with almost everyone who were Jen.
Yeah.
No bad blood, really. So I told her, it's better for you to leave the band and focus on things that you are interested in at the moment. And she said, okay, good luck. So I was really messed up. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a drummer. I didn't have a vocalist. I didn't have a bassist. I didn't have anyone. So I was left alone. And in that time, there was a question for me. What should I do next? Should I continue with the band, or should I proceed my solo career, or what? Because when I received a physical edition of my album, I said, okay, I want more. That wasn't enough.
Yeah, you want to do more creative stuff.
I also composed new music, which I want to release in the future. And that was the biggest question. Should I continue with the band, or should I continue as a solo project?
Yeah.
And I was a bit concerned. I talked to a lot of my friends. They all told me, most of them told me, continue with the band because your band is great. Your name is known around the region. You are awesome. If you start to work again from the beginning, you have to put a lot of more work and effort. And everything, because a solo career is often harder than a band. People, especially with female bands, people want to see more persons in the same project. One person is often not enough. And in that period, I decided, okay, I'll continue with the band. Already a few years passed. I didn't have enough time to record a full material for the album. So I said, okay, we'll record an EP to warm up a little the audience.
But with some other members, right?
Well, in that period, I didn't have any members.
Oh, okay.
I recorded everything by myself except for the drums. Drums were recorded by my friend Nikola Simonovic.
Okay.
And I recorded guitars, bass, and vocals.
Yeah.
It was the first release in which I sing.
Yeah.
And it was released just before the COVID pandemic, which was awful. Because in that period, people didn't pay attention to art, any kind of art. People were scared about their lives. Simply, music was put aside. So I think, although that EP contains great songs, I really like that songs, Night Without Dawn, Test of Time, and the cover of Demoniacs, Young and Proud. I really like those songs. I think they didn't get enough attention. And that's why I always get asked why there's a gap between the first two albums. 7 years.
I know, but you know, people ask you that don't know you, but I know the band personally, and I followed what you do. You know, I know stuff, but I ask you for the viewers. You know.
I know, I understand, but I always say there wasn't a gap. We worked. I worked. That is my band. I don't want to make people believe that I'm the one who is important. No, I never said it. I need a bassist. I need to hear the bass. People often turn the volume down for bass, like bass is not important. I say the bass is important. Bass is my first love. Not for that reason. We only have one guitar in the band, and bass needs to be awesome, needs to put more strength in the music while we play live, especially because guitar only makes it sound empty. I don't know how to say it. I need a great drummer and great bass player, and I'm doing the 50% of the job in the band since
you're singing and playing guitar.
I started to sing because I didn't want to rely on another person who will maybe turn the back on me or betray me in some way. This way is better for me. I do 50% of the work. Other two members do 25% of the work. So everyone is happy, and I'm happy because we are a trio now. it's easier to organize everything.
Yeah.
Traveling, gigs.
And you sound good, and you know each other, and
Yeah. But every time we change the lineup, it's very challenging because atmosphere in a band changes. You have to practice more. You have to invest yourself more mentally, physically, financially. It's time consuming. It's very hard for a band to change members, especially if the band is not 100% professional. For example, Nervosa, they changed a lot of members, but they're professionals. They always have everything prepared, but not me, not my band. We're a small band from Serbia.
but you are getting more noticed and more. You know, it's that's the positive way of thinking.
Yeah, I really try. When Selena entered the band, we recorded new album. We played.
Selena was the drummer from Nemesis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Selena replaced Maria when she was on maternity leave.
Yeah.
With good friends, and I can continue the story from the early.
Yeah.
So COVID pandemic started. We released an EP. We printed only 500 CDs instead of 1,000. Also, Inferno Records released the EP. After that, he had to close the label because of financial problems, personal problems. I don't know, but Fabian, he's the great man. I really appreciate him. He couldn't continue with the record label, so I was forced to find a new one. Later, we signed with Fighter Records, and we have a great communication, great friendship with Dave. That is great because I'm thankful because I really have luck with all those record labels. Some bands struggle with that. So the problem was when COVID pandemic started, I didn't have any members, and EP was released, and I decided, okay, I'll continue to work with the band, but I don't want to force anything. Let it be. I just want to focus on myself a little bit, focus on my studies, focus on my guitar playing. I want to learn new things. I want to learn new songs, to play new techniques. I started to learn music theory. I've never learned music theory before, even though I played for years, because that was always a hobby. So I started to pay more attention to my social media, started a YouTube channel, started posting covers and funny videos on Instagram, which gained a lot of attention from people. I didn't expect that, to be honest. That wasn't my...
Yeah, and you made up like a brand of Alexandra Lioness, the logo and everything, right?
Yeah, I've never expected so many people to like my work, but when I saw that I decided to continue.
Yeah.
Because that also makes me happy.
Yeah.
I want to play. I want to be someone's inspiration. That is the biggest, the greatest feeling of all. When I hear that I inspire someone to write music, to play guitar, to make that my music makes them happy, saves them in some way. That is the greatest feelings I've ever felt, besides of having my CDs in the hands.
Yeah.
So I continued to work on my new music, covers, everything. Now I have around 60,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I don't count.
But you're
I
going.
don't count that number.
Of course, but you're doing great. I mean, great.
I was. My intention was to have 10,000 followers, and I would be happy. But at some point, my Instagram blew up.
Yeah.
I don't understand what happened, but I'm really happy that happened because when I graduated from my faculty of medicine in 2021, I was so messed up. I didn't know what to do next because I couldn't find myself in that I couldn't find myself in medicine,
Yeah.
the way of working as a doctor, a physician. I really liked studying. I really liked the theory, science, and everything. But I simply couldn't envision myself as someone who works with patients. And I realized that a little bit too late, but I didn't want to give up my studies. I finished. And in the end, I decided to follow my heart and to pursue my musical
Music.
career.
Yeah.
Medicine is on standby for now, and I feel a lot happier than before,
Yeah.
a lot more fulfilled. And some people, I don't get understanding from my close people, friends, some of the friends, but I don't care. I don't want to listen to them. Yeah, people will always find something to complain. Uh,
Look,
yeah, I don't want to
if
listen to some
if
negative
you
comments.
if you try to make it like a work for you, I mean, to love what you do and to bring you financial freedom, then it's awesome, you know.
Yeah, that was the main problem. How will I monetize my music?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I don't want to lie. We sell a lot of merch and CDs.
Yeah,
Not
I
a
know.
lot.
I was about to ask you. You do a great job with merch with Lioness and with Jenner. Yeah,
I really try to do everything the best I can.
you do
Uh,
it great.
yeah, but I often see some bands having a lot more merch than I do. I usually try to have at least one T-shirt design in our shop. I have patches, Jenner, button pins, and maybe some signed cards, prints.
Yeah.
It's nothing special. I also printed one edition of Lioness T-shirts, about 30, and in a few months I get rid of them.
Yeah, yeah,
So right now I'm planning to print more genre T-shirts, Prove Them Wrong, to promote new album. But first I wanna make sure to send all the orders, all the CD orders, because
yeah.
we received a lot more than I expected. We received around 150 orders,
Wow,
and 100 of them were in the pre-order. I really did
awesome,
not expect
awesome.
it.
That is incredible. That's incredible.
Most of the people are outside of Serbia,
Yeah,
which means the package has to pass the customs and everything, and we don't have a company. We're a small band, so now I organize everything about the shipments. It's really stressful because a little mistake can
yeah,
be not
yeah,
fatal, but can make a big problem.
yeah,
So I don't want to make new T-shirts until we send the most of the CDs, because I believe that our fans will buy a lot of T-shirts.
yeah, yeah,
They see
yeah.
they are available. Also,
You,
new Lioness merch will be out very soon, but I don't want to force myself. I do a lot of things in all this music field. I'm not just into one branch. I don't know how to say. I'm
yeah,
not just into
you,
teaching. I'm not just into composing my own music. I do everything an artist and musician does. I also was a mentor on Girls Rock Camp 2 years.
awesome.
It was 2021 and 22. And now I'm planning to start to teach beginners a guitar. That also fulfills me. Creating the cover videos also fulfills me. I love doing that.
Great, great.
So yeah.
That's it. All that you mentioned, that you numbered, is incredible, and I hope it will bring you not only satisfaction, but also you can live off of that. You know. Now you girls in general are trio, Maria and the bass player. What was the bass player's name? I
Anya?
don't remember. Sorry.
Anya?
Anya, yes. And is it the final steady for now? Steady lineup for now? You will have some gigs now in the summer, right? With
Yeah,
Jenna.
I would love to say definitely yes, but I can't be sure. We change a lot of members. I really like this lineup with
Yeah.
Anna and Maria. We are like sisters, it was also a great atmosphere with Selena, but since she decided to move to another country, she couldn't play with us. Maria was available, ready to learn, ready to play gigs. So we started practicing immediately.
Great.
Maria and Anya are also good friends. So I hope this will last long. We have a few concerts for this summer. We're playing in Romania on July 5th in Timisoara.
Okay.
And we have our first our first concert ever in Spain, which is awesome. We really didn't expect that invitation, and we couldn't say no. So we're gonna play in Spain also in July, on July 13th. And then we have a little break in August. And in September, we have a Bulgarian gig. And maybe in autumn, I don't know which month, we'll have a big promotional gig in Belgrade to promote Prove Them Wrong album, because I really love that album. I think it deserves a great promotion here in my own city. Maybe in Skopje also.
Yeah, I hope you can do that to come again after all those years, you know.
If you know any promoters or organizers,
yeah.
let me know.
Okay. As I mentioned, I love that you did a lot of merch and with Jenner and with Lioness. Do you maybe plan on doing some solo album with Alexandra Lioness? I mean, like a Lioness label, or no? Maybe.
Well, it's a great question in my head also. Because I always said I will continue to make music with or without band. Right now I'm with band and we're stronger than ever, so I'm not focusing on my solo career, but I'm planning to do at least one single as a solo artist, maybe an instrumental or vocal song, I don't know. But I think there will be at least one song, maybe a full album. I can't say right now.
Yeah.
But we'll see that in the future. But I'll be here. I'll be playing. I'll be making music, recording. I'm also working as a session guitarist for other musicians.
Awesome.
So I'm here working.
That's what I wanted to ask you. You had a lot of collaborations in these few years, like the last one with Claymorian. What's how does that go? How many collabs do you have? A lot in the past?
I had a few collabs from 2016 till now, and they almost all of them came so spontaneously because I work with a lot of my friends. They ask me, "Oh, do you want to record a solo for my song?" I say, "Yeah." So my first collab was with my friends from band Superhammer. They don't exist anymore. Maybe you heard about them?
Yeah, I heard about it. I think we released an album with them on the same label. If they were on Minor Records.
Yeah.
We were on the same label back in 2016.
Yeah, they were active for a few years, but right now they're not playing, which is so sad. But later on, I had a collaboration with Warhead from Croatia.
Okay, I know them.
It also was so spontaneous because I was having a casual small talk with Vlada from Warhead. He's not a member anymore, but at that time he was one of the leaders. And he told me, "Oh, we're recording a new album. We have a lot of guests. You can't believe who is our guest." And I said, "I want to be a guest too." And he said, "Why not? I'm gonna send you immediately a song." And he sent me a song. I was a little bit scared, I must confess, because they play death thrash metal, something that's heavier than my music. And it was in B standard, if I remember correct. And all my guitar are E standard, old school.
Yeah.
So I was afraid. What should I do? I don't know. I have around 20 seconds of instrumental where I should play a solo. And I grabbed my guitar in E standard tuning, started to play. I found which are the right notes. I came up with a melody, with the progression, everything. And when they heard a demo, they were blown away. So I recorded, and now I'm also on their CD.
Awesome.
That was my second spontaneous collaboration. After that, I recorded some rock tunes with my boyfriend. Those were his songs, but I spiced them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Recorded a video. So we're planning to record more of songs with that project. That are a little bit more in rock style than metal.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed it. I'm also for rock music.
Yeah, of course.
So after that, I think I had a few years without any recordings because I wasn't promoting that enough because I was busy with some other stuff. And I met one great girl on a girls' rock camp when we were mentoring. Rialma is her artist name. She invited me to be a session guitarist for her rock version of her song. And I was allowed to create whatever I think is suitable for the song, for that version. So she sent me a demo and the original. Original was like more like a cinematic music for movies. I don't know how to explain.
Yeah.
Down the railway spine.
Yeah.
So I took the demo, came up with some ideas, some lead guitar solos. We recorded that, put it in one big package, and after that we recorded a music video for that song. It's available on her YouTube channel, and guitar playthrough, only guitar, me. It's available on my YouTube channel. I also, whenever I can, I post a guitar playthrough of my collaborations.
Yeah,
on my YouTube
I've seen
channel
that.
because I don't want to ruin my colleagues' channels, steal their views.
Sorry, you did play with the Slovenian all-female band, metal band,
Not to
right?
mention that Hellcats also,
Hellcats, yeah.
but that was a live session.
You were like a member or just a substitute?
It's complicated.
Okay.
Because they didn't have a guitarist.
Okay.
They wanted to have a female guitarist, and they asked me to do one gig in Arena Stožice. And I said, okay, we'll do it, but how? We organized everything. It all went so smoothly. If I remember correct, we didn't have any problems, and we also added one more gig. And after that, they called me again, and somehow it looked like I am the member of the band, but I've never actually been.
Also, you were like a guest, more.
Yeah, I would say I was a session musician, a session live musician for Hellcats. Same as I was a session bassist in Nemesis. I played a few gigs with Nemesis last year. Because their bassist moved from the country. I stepped in, played a few gigs live, and after that I continued my way. They continued their way. That is the same situation with Hellcats. I'm really sorry. I really love that people. Hellcats are great. Nemesis are great, but I simply can't do everything. I have to make up what are my priorities in life, and my priorities are always my work.
Yeah, you function on your in your world. They function in their world, and
yeah, I mean, good. If you ask me enough earlier, I can prepare, organize my time, practice, learn, travel, everything. I can organize, but I can't step in. Hey, can you play tomorrow? I can't.
But you're still friends with them, with all of them. So.
I told them. Nemesis also invited me to become a permanent member, but they wanted to tour. I couldn't tour at that period of time, so that wasn't a successful story. But we're still friends. They have new bases. They're still working. Although Selena is in another country. So yeah, I like working with other musicians. It inspires me. I learn a lot. I get a lot of experience working with other musicians, especially because I'm self-taught. I'm, I don't know, in my own world. And when you step out of it, you see what is actually happening around.
Yeah, your own manager and guitar player and vocalist, and you're a lot of the things you're doing. Yeah, you're everything. Yeah, that's what I wanted to.
Yeah, this almost became my full-time job. I had a video where I made a joke about it, but I really do work a lot.
I know how it is. I have a band, and I am still like managing the band, you know. So it's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah. Especially now when we release the album, everything is fresh. People are crazy. People want to hear new stuff, to have their CDs right away. Everything needs to happen now. And when you work alone, I mean, I have help from my friends, my family, but that's not enough because CD sales really exceeded my expectations. I really didn't expect this, and I'm very, very grateful. I'm really sorry because 150 people is waiting for their package to arrive every day.
you will do it. You will do it now.
Yeah, I think I will have by the end of the year.
Yeah, of course.
I think I couldn't do this if I had a real 9-to-5 job. This wouldn't be possible to happen. I'm pretty sure.
Alexandra, we should maybe we're coming to an end to the episode, but I wanted to ask you about your future plans. I mean, like future plans on short terms now and maybe on longer terms.
Well, let's start with short terms.
Okay.
Okay, so now my plans are to continue promoting the new album, to start writing new songs, to start individual lessons for beginners in Belgrade very soon. It will happen very soon. To continue working as a session musician. Right now I'm finishing one project and one is finished. And that is not a call-up, that is real session work. I want to promote that a little bit more to make people see that I'm also available to help them with their music, arrangements, solos, everything. I am available. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna try to organize by myself that promotional gig in Belgrade to enjoy life. I don't know. And long-term goals, well, pretty much the same, but I want to make it more professional and to put it on a higher level, maybe start a company.
And to record more albums.
Record more albums with my band, record more music for other musicians. Maybe some tour will happen, we don't know. Maybe we can tour. That would be awesome.
It would be great. By the way, I forgot to ask you before the end, which are your favorite guitar players and which are your favorite bands?
Oh, that is a hard question because I've never had one favorite guitarist or the band.
Maybe few guitar players favorite.
Yeah, I can say that some of my favorite bands are Judas Priest, King Diamond, Megadeth, Testament. I also like Sepultura a lot. So my favorite guitarists are also guitarists of those bands.
Also, Glenn Tipton and KK Downing.
Dave Mustaine, Alex Skolnick is awesome, Andy LaRocque, and I can't forget female guitarists, Lita Ford, Jodie Turner from Rock Goddess, one of my main influences. I don't know if you know about them.
Sorry, who?
Rock Goddess.
Rock Goddess, oh, okay, yeah.
One of my main influences is Jodie Turner, the vocalist and guitarist of the band. So, yeah, that would be it.
Yeah, we're pretty much in the same taste of music. So I mean, into the heavy power. Yeah, I'm not that into much into thrash, but yeah, I am. My favorite thrash metal band is Overkill, by the way.
So, to be honest, I'm not into genres very much to divide the genres.
Yeah,
I
you're
love
spread
metal.
it everywhere. Yeah,
I even love Ghosts. We went to Rammstein a few days ago.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's all great music. I
Were,
don't
were
wanna.
you were you in? That you mentioned Judas Priest. Were you there 2015 in Belgrade? We opened for Judas Priest with my band.
2015, no, but
They were playing with Halloween. Halloween
yeah,
Judas Priest.
yes, I was there.
We were opening the opening band.
There was, yeah,
Yeah,
I heard the band, but I didn't know you were in
yeah.
there.
I was the drummer. Still Temple, the band. Yeah,
Oh, awesome.
yeah.
Great to know. There was also a funny story. Uh, I don't know, it was 2011 when Judas Priest played with Whitesnake in
Oh,
Belgrade.
okay, okay.
My sister bought tickets for Fun Pit, and my father didn't want to let us to Fun Pit. He said, "Okay, you can go, but you can be in the back." We were young, and she didn't tell him she bought Fun Pit tickets, and she found out few hours before
Yeah,
we head to the concert.
yeah.
And guess what?
He came with you.
No, we didn't.
You didn't go.
We didn't go.
Oh fuck.
So there were two fan pet tickets
Left.
bought but unused. She
Yeah.
was playing, but I was okay, whatever. I was younger. I don't know. I was around 12 or 13. I was young and I didn't know what is like to go to the concert.
Yeah, yeah,
And she
yeah.
really wanted to go, but sadly we couldn't go.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we managed to go on Judas Priest Halloween 2015.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was great.
Okay, Alexandra, thank you for the interview, for the podcast episode, and I hope to do another one when you have some other news, and we'll see you around. We'll talk and maybe see you again on concerts.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.
Of
I
course.
really enjoyed this conversation. I want to send greetings to all your viewers and listeners,
Thank you, thank you.
and I hope to see you again in the future.
Yeah, of course we will meet each other, and thank you for being the first your first podcast interview is on our Denim and Leather podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you, thank you,
awesome. Thank you so much.
thank you for that. Bye bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.